Let's change the subject to our favorite lightning rod around here, Derek Carr. Now, do you think Coach Gruden, not endorsing Carr is that just his way of keeping Derek motivated?
No, I think it wasn't. I think it was an honest answer. I think John gets in trouble sometimes for saying things that don't come true. Or like we said they were going to trade Cooper and he was gone a week later. So sometimes things he says kind of come back to bite him pretty quickly. But I don't think he wanted to give Derek a false sense of 100%. He's coming back. I think there's also a question mark there. I think John didn't want to deal with that question at that point, and it's going to be a question he gets all off season. Like every appearance he makes at the Senior Bowl, if he's there, or at the Combine, this will be one of the bigger themes of the off season. So there's no reason to answer it, 2 weeks ago. But I just think that I think it's complicated. I think Derek definitely was better in year 2 with John than he was in year 1. Definitely were some issues. I think obviously the offense did not do well the last half of the season. A lot of that's on the receivers, but also a lot of that, is on Derek also. So I think he's going to look at what's out there in the free agent market and look at the rookies in the draft, and at that point, maybe he'll be better able to answer the question.
Well, and Vic, I know we just talked about your mailbag and you being more careful with what you said, but in London, when we talked to you, you said you thought it was about 50-50. Now, that was early in the season. Of course, Derek had a nice little run there, and then, of course, the last 6 games went the way they did. Are you still feeling that? I mean, to me, I look at it this way. It's like, look, we learned again today with the Buckner firing that with John Gruden, you should expect the unexpected, right? You just don't know what's going to happen sometimes. He keeps things close to the vest, and he does things sometimes that surprise us. And so you could see Derek Carr under center like I thought he's going to be and still think he will be. But you could also see them, if an opportunity comes up for them to go in a different direction and they like it, they could move on. You still see it that way?
Yeah, I think the other thing about John is he also changes his mind a lot. He doesn't really know what he's going to think a month from now. So I think that's also part of it. And with Derek in the quarterback situation, you can't really look at it and say there's an obvious better solution out there. There isn't someone out there, that guy will definitely better than Derek Carr will be better next year. That's not there. You have to kind of assume some things and kind of guesstimate what's going to happen. But there's not really a better option, a clear-cut better option right now, which is part of the issue, I think, for John and for Derek and the Raiders. So I think he does keep it close to the vest. I think he probably hasn't decided yet. I think there definitely are some positives with Derek. Definitely, you mentioned he improved. They definitely did better jobs getting out of the pocket, making plays out of the pocket, scrambling a little bit more than he had in year 1. Those are things they wanted him to do. So I think there's definitely rooms. You can see why John may want to keep this thing going. Then again, there are issues on the offense, but I think some of them go back to Derek. So I think that's just I think it's going to be a question mark for at least 2 or 3 months,
Yeah. Again, Vic Tafur of The Athletic, soon to be The Athletic Las Vegas, because, yes, we have an Athletic, of course, covers hockey already here in town.